interview with the people who have been successful in their affiliate marketing careers and talking all about how they started, where they are right now, and all things to help you become an affiliate marketer too. Today's guest is someone who knows affiliate marketing really well. Guys, make sure you are using all your energy and time to push what your main goal is. And if you would like my personal help to scale your business, DM me how, or click the link, the 0 to 10K in my bio on my left hand side, and I will provide you with the free training to start. And when you click the link, you will be able to find out what my bonuses are as well. Let's get started. I used to think that creating wealth was all about hustle, how much products or services can you sell, but it's not. Most of your wealth will start with your mindset, what you put up here. Hello everyone, Afrooz is here. Welcome to my show, Life is Thought Podcast. I gather some history of his job, which I'm going to share with you. Matt is an high-ticket organic online marketer, coach, and consultant. And he has recently launched his VIP group coaching program, and he's continued to build his brand. Also, as I know, he has been able to do all this while still working his 9 to 5 job. Wow, interesting. And Matt comes from the corporate world with a bachelor's degree in business management and marketing. So I want to share this new journey on how affiliate marketing will change your lifestyle and life in a better way, so you will be financially free. If you're watching, please drop hashtag life to support this live so we can continue speaking. And if you're watching the replay, plus drip hashtag replay so we know you're here. And feel free to share this with the others so they can learn something new. Now back to our special guest. I think it's better that you guys hear his story from him personally. I want to introduce you to Matt. Hello, Matt. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Finally, we have a chance to go live together, and nice to see you.
Yeah,
And
it's been a busy day, but I'm excited.
yeah, to get started, please give us a brief overview of your journey in this
Phew.
business and story.
Um, I'll try and make it somewhat short. So, you kind of mentioned it, right? So, I grew up. Both my parents, they were like the first one in their families to go to college, right? That's what they were taught back, in like the 60s and 70s. I mean, my parents were born in the 50s, so that's what they were taught, and they landed jobs and they've worked at the same place for 30 something years, and so that's kind of what was passed down to me. So I went to college, I got my business degree, and then kind of went straight into the corporate world. And the more I did that, the more I didn't like it. you know, um, I mean, not to mention like the big student loans, but just everything that goes into it, right? And this is just my
Right.
personal opinion, but just getting up, fighting the traffic. I live like just outside the city in Indianapolis. So morning and afternoon rush hour, it sucks. It's terrible. Having to like request days off if things pop up. I just felt like I was doing all this work for little reward, I guess, right? Like somebody
Right.
else above me is the one reaping all these benefits. And, I learned that anytime I left somewhere and took a new job, so I've stayed in touch with some, but they replace you pretty quick.
Right. Definitely. Yes.
So, long story short, I struggled with active addiction for years as well. And so in 2015, I finally got sober after like 2 to 3 tough years where, I mean, I was like sleeping outside in my car.
Wow.
It got bad. And so a lot of that translates into my business, like the mindset and the way I have to look at things and what I've been through. And so shortly after that, I started working at that same treatment facility that I got sober at in 2015. I did business development marketing with them. And fast forward, so into 2019 into 2020, they got bought out by a big hospital. So it went from like 400 employees to about 18,000.
Wow.
And I got let go 4-day notice. I think they talked to me on Monday or Tuesday, said Friday's your last day. And I had just bought this house, and it was just me. You know, I was by myself, single. So I had no income. And here I am. I have a mortgage, all this stuff. And that was also when all the pandemic and COVID, everything was starting to be a mess, right? And so I did a lot of contract work that year, but then that's also when I started really doing my research into online. What could I do, right? And so there were a couple of people I had followed on YouTube for a while. And so that's kind of how I got started, right? Like I didn't do it the right way though.
Yeah, you did it great. Thank you so much for sharing with us. That's inspiring. Great story. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's how I got like started, I would say. But I was that guy. I was stubborn. Granted, my financial situation wasn't the best just because I didn't know what was going to happen with my house and all that. So instead of hopping into like coaching or a program or something, I tried to be that person that spent probably like 7 to 9 months going through thousands of YouTube videos, trying to figure stuff out. And I did learn some stuff. Like I learned the basics, you know, setting up like my system, the email responders and building landing pages. But when it came to like strategies and implementation and like the skills of what it takes, how to bring value, build relationships, I didn't know how to do any of that.
Right.
And so then I had shiny object syndrome. I went from that to like options trading. Then I did drop shipping. And then thankfully last year, so I started working back at that same hospital. They hired me back on, which is where I'm at now still. But I got engaged. We paid for the wedding, and I knew I needed some income. And so that's when I went all in on affiliate marketing last year. I jumped in trainings and coaching, and I've continued to probably reinvest almost every month or every other month to keep growing and learning.
Sounds awesome. Great. Awesome. And guys, if you just watching us, drop that live, #live, and you're welcome to ask Matt any question regarding his lifestyle and job and anything you wanted. So as you know, we are using the stream live. So before leaving any comments, just click the link. It will ask you to access your Facebook name and picture whenever you just drop the comments, so we can see your name and the picture as well. So just be aware of that. So Matt, my first question is, when was the moment where it clicked that you wanted to start doing affiliate marketing?
That's a good question. I'd say probably like when I got back into it last year, probably like month 2 of me like trying to get going again. I had built my Facebook group at the time, which I felt like I had no idea what I was doing, right? I didn't even know what I was going to put in there. But similar to why I work my 9 to 5, it feels good for me to know I had some kind of role in helping other people get sober and get their lives back on track, because I've been there. And it was kind of that similar feeling doing affiliate marketing and helping people, just starting to hear feedback from others that I was trying to help out, whether or not I was like selling something or not, but just trying to help people and assist them along the way, and just actually having people connect with me and reach out and give me feedback that I was able to help them in some way. start seeing people that actually wanted to be in my group and hop on my lives and ask questions, and really wanted to hear what I had to share. I think that's when it clicked for me that, like, if I keep doing this and I do it the right way, I feel like I could do well with it and transfer a lot of the skills I've learned, just through my business experience and some of the stuff I've been through. I thought I could do really well with it.
Yeah, definitely. That's the right strategy. Believe it or not, even for the expert people, they still need to get engaged with the other people. Still, they
Oh,
are
absolutely.
looking for more people. So first thing we need to do, just help them, give them the ideas and give them as much as we could,
Yeah.
regardless of the sale or something like that. So that's a good point. Yeah. And how would you say that affiliate marketing has impacted your life in a good way or bad way? It doesn't matter.
Um, I wouldn't even say this is a bad way, but it makes for some long days, especially still working a 9 to 5 job. And that's okay, because I know what like the end goal is and what I'm aiming for, right? And
Mhm.
man, the ways it's helped is it's crazy. Same way I've connected with people like in my real life job around here and connecting with people in person and things like that. A lot of it's the same. I've connected with so many good people that I've never even met in real life, right? It's just been virtually,
Yes.
but through, like the online space and networking. And I mean, if this gives you any idea, there's somebody that has been like a big mentor for me, right? And
Right.
I invited him to my wedding here in 2 months. If that gives you any idea of like how
Wow.
much I talked to them and how much we've just became friends in the process.
Wow.
Um,
That's interesting.
yeah,
You know what? The things happen to me. So some affiliates engage in scammer behavior, and some misrepresent the product they promote in order to quickly ramp up their commissions, which is bad in this business. I don't like it. So
I
yeah,
it
that's something that I saw in this business, which bothering me, because when I talked to the people, they told me I talked to other one, they are just push and push to sell something, which is wrong, in my opinion. But
yeah, I
you know,
agree. Yeah, so I have a very, very like firm opinion on that as well. And that's kind of why I say I'm like a high ticket affiliate marketer, coach, and consultant, because um, man, I feel like it's because there's people out there like that, which is unfortunate, and there probably always will be, right?
right,
People that are chasing the money, not the actual like support and assistance that they want to help provide people. So I feel like for me, that kind of fuels my fire of why I want to continue to do things what I feel is the right way. And I say consultant because there are times where, I won't just push one specific thing on somebody. It's
right,
more of actually talking with them, figuring out where they're struggling, where they're at in the journey, what they need help with. And then, there's a handful of different things that I'm a part of that I can promote, even my own stuff. But if based off the conversation, I feel like I don't have something that is really a good fit for what they are looking for right then and there, I won't offer them anything.
yes, exactly,
Or
yes, yes.
I'll connect them with somebody else who I trust and know will take care of them. Um,
Yeah, that's a long-term basically business. You
yeah,
just build your business step by step. For those people, they might get a result, but for the short period of the time, I believe so. So you are
I
doing great. Yeah, just keep doing.
thank
Making
you.
new friends.
I'm trying. It keeps me busy, that's for sure. But I love
Cool,
it.
cool.
I love it.
Great. And what advice would you give to beginners?
The two big things that stick out to me, and they kind of go hand in hand, really, but find a mentor,
Hmm.
coach, somebody. And again, I relate a lot of this back to when I got sober, I tried for like 2 to 3 years to get sober on my own. It didn't go well at all. If anything, things got worse, right? I became more frustrated. I felt more defeated. I felt like giving up more. And that, that finally changed when I found people that were sober and happy and had what I wanted.
Right.
And I stuck to them like glue and picked their brain, asked for feedback, suggestions. Business is no different, right? Like I had to really learn to surround myself with the people that had what I wanted, people that I felt were doing things the right way, and allow them to kind of guide me and push me. And then going with that is the mindset of it kind of, and this kind of goes back to what you mentioned previously too.
Right.
Like having realistic expectations. This is not a get rich quick thing at all. And a lot of people, because there's marketers out there that make it seem like that, a lot of people think that, and then when they don't see results within a month or two, they're upset, frustrated, and they're ready to throw in the towel. And
yes, overwhelming. And I know.
So like going through that journey by yourself is not fun. I did it 2 years before, and so it helps when you have somebody there that can kind of be that outside perspective, right? And like get you back on the right track and tell you things you probably don't want to hear but need to hear, and help you just stay the course, and tell you to disconnect for a day if you need to, or go take care of yourself and come back recharged and refocused, and make sure you're just doing things right, like not wasting your time on things that aren't really going to bring results in your business. And so those would be my two things, like connecting with a mentor or coach, and then understanding mindset and like taking care of yourself is a huge part of this too.
Right. And I want to add one more thing, is that it's happened to me. When you choose something that you are not connect with it, we choose something that you are generally interested, the program, the coach, the mentor. Sometimes you can choose a mentor or a program that you just need to follow them, but you are not interested, you are not basically gain something. One of my advice: research first, and then choose the right things for you based on your ability. I mean, everybody has a different talent. Use it in different way. Just not just follow one person or copy the content or copy someone else. Find a way and then go for it. The right thing to do is just follow your heart and have fun all the time. I'm just telling them, don't think about the sell. If you just have fun, get engagement with the people, just do the right things as you learn, implement those skills, it's going to happen. It doesn't matter of the time. So and I would love to ask you one more question. I mean, I have more questions, but this is the one. What's a useful skill you developed through affiliate marketing?
A useful skill I've developed, man.
It's not tough one.
Huh? There's a lot. Like, it's interesting because if you would have asked me, 2 years ago, I would have probably said, like learning to build a landing page or like the tech part of it. But the more I've done this, I've learned you don't really need a lot of that fancy stuff, right?
Right.
You just don't. You don't need a fancy landing page. I would say like the biggest skill I've learned is just, and I don't even know if you'd consider this a skill, but I do, just being like genuine and coming from a place of genuinely caring. And when you have conversations with individuals and being yourself, like not trying to follow the masses and fit some mold that you think you have to be online, because you see so many other people doing these things, you think, we have to do those same things too. It goes back to what you were just saying as
Yeah.
well. That is what, draws other people into you, specifically when you're yourself, and that way
Yeah.
you can have fun doing it. You don't have to feel like you're putting on a show or getting in front of the camera, or making content to be somebody you're not.
Yeah.
And that will help attract the right audience anyway. Like every person I've joined with that's been a mentor or coach for me, I hopped in with those people specifically because of who they are, how they do things. I like their style and their content. Those were all things that pulled me in, right? And so
Right.
I've learned that same thing as well, that those same things, not one, are going to help build yourself and your brand long term, but that is what's going to help people connect to you and connect with you at a deeper level than following the masses and getting swallowed up by all the other thousands of marketers out there doing the same exact thing.
Yes, I think when we join the affiliate marketing, we learn problem solving. When people come to you, basically increase your talent, increase your ability to problem solving, or we can decision making skills.
Yeah.
So the other thing is that for me, I learned I need to listen to them, because at the beginning when I started, I just give them the information and value. It was wrong because I needed to listen to them
Yeah.
carefully. What are struggling right now? And also we improve. I mean, sometimes you don't need to be a technical in this business, but meanwhile, eventually you improving a technical skills as well. I
Yeah.
think. So basically, when people invest in themselves in this business, they will be able to gain so many things, such as the creativity skills, communication skills,
Yeah.
or technical skills, so many things. So at the end of the day, they will be able to provide those services, not just be an affiliate marketer. We have
Exactly.
so many people join this program. They will be able, as you are right now, the coaching, the mentoring, and so many things. So the benefit and value of this business, I can tell. And the other things I want to know, how were you introduced to affiliate marketing?
YouTube. uh,
Yes, yes.
I
Everybody
mean,
started from YouTube.
that's the truth. I could just kept seeing stuff pop up on YouTube, specific people that, I mean, like big name people like Frank Kearns, Spencer Meacham.
David Sharp and
Yeah, like just all these, Jonathan Montoya,
yeah,
and then even other people who did drop shipping as well, or like Amazon FBA. So I started seeing all these different ways to do it online. But it was just a matter of finding the one that was like right for me. And after having a taste of affiliate marketing, 2.5 years ago, and then I dabbled in other things, I knew once I kind of did those other ones, okay, I'm going back to affiliate marketing, and I'm going to do it right this time. Because previously, I didn't do anything organically. I had no following, no community, no real relationships with people, because I didn't know how to do that. And so I went straight to paid ads, which was a bad idea. Don't do that.
yes,
um, but I didn't know
especially
any better, right?
yeah, especially when you no idea, you just waste your money because there is a skills. You need to know how to spend money.
Yeah.
But the organic way, yeah, you are right. I completely agree with you.
Yeah. And it's been a process. So like some people who have maybe following me, I guess this go round, when I've came back into like the affiliate marketing space, look at it and think, man, you've only been doing this for 6 months, or 7 months, whatever it is. But really, it's more like almost 3 years. So
Yes.
people have asked me, how have you been able to you know, do this in such a short amount of time? And it's like, well, that's not really true, because you didn't see all the other stuff I was doing previously. So I failed at a lot of things before I decided to like go all in on this and do it the right way, and invest in myself and actually play understand the long-term play. And it's not this quick wins. Um, so it's been a process. It's definitely
Yeah,
been a process.
but it's worth it. I can tell.
Oh, totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Definitely.
It gets me excited. And that's what's so cool about it, is if you can kind of do it however you want, right? But I truly believe the organic route is like the best way to do it, because I don't know if you can see my little book collection back here.
Oh,
But
really cool.
the Russell Brunson, Dan Kennedy, a lot of these guys talk about it, but like you have to build your tribe of people, you have to build a following, build community, like get your message out, kind of like what you're doing here, right? Or whether that's
Right.
somebody doing a podcast, or you have to be doing those things and understand like that's a long-term thing, right? It's
Yes.
not, you're not going to put content out and then boom, have 5,000 people come running to follow you right away. That's where like the consistency
Yes.
part of it comes into play. And then just sharing your journey, sharing your story, helping others along the way that maybe are just a few steps behind you or struggling. And that's a huge piece of what I was missing,
Right.
2.5 years ago. I didn't do any of that. So it's a kind of like live and learn, right? And in a way, I'm grateful all that happened, because it led me to like exactly where I'm at right now. And I can reflect and look back on a lot of that stuff. But that's also why I try to help others, so they don't have to go through some of those same hurdles that I went through, and essentially wasted 2 years and a lot of time, right? Like if I look back on it now and think, dang, if January of 2020, I would have gone all in then and got with the right coach and started doing that stuff then, like who knows where I would be right now.
Right. You learn from your mistakes. Those mistakes bring you here as you
Exactly.
are. So you're going to share your mistakes with the others, and then they can save the time and also money. That's the benefit of getting a mentors and
Exactly.
exactly. So how would you compare affiliate marketing to the past jobs you've had, or as I see, you're still on your job right now? How do you compare with that?
There are some similarities, and obviously there are differences, right? Like on days where I don't have much to do for my 9 to, like today, I did some stuff early on my work computer here, and I'm kind of doing my online stuff the rest of the day. So, you don't have to worry about PTO or calling in. You can kind of do it when you want, right? And
Yes.
based off the work you put in is the results you're going to get. It's all on you, right?
Yeah.
But then some of the similarities, and this is funny because again, this is something they don't really teach you in college, right? About like relationships and networking. And this was something I learned just through my experience after I graduated, which 13 years ago. Makes me feel old. It's like building relationships and networking. It's not so much what you know, but it's who you know, right? And so
Right.
don't burn any bridges. Like that's how I got pretty much every job I've ever had, is through people I've met and connected with and just stayed in touch with. In the same way, I've always done kind of business development, sales, and marketing, but I never really was that kind of person where I was like sales pitching my stuff. I was always that person where I believed in actually building relationships with folks, and just being honest with them up front, helping them where I could if I didn't think we were a good fit. But people appreciate that, right? And they respect that. And so a lot of the I guess, big, I guess you could say, like partners and customers that I have, even in my current job, it's not because I go and talk up our services and what we do. It's just because they know if they call me with the situation, I'm going to be extremely upfront and honest. Let them know whether we can or can't do something. I'm not going to lie to them. And that goes a long way, right? People appreciate that. And so I've kind of taken that and applied that to my online business. And I feel like it goes a long way. That's what helps build that know, like, and trust, and allows people to like reach out to you or just have conversations because they're going to like trust your feedback or recommendations, things like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think we can consider affiliate marketing as a career, and it could be your full-time job in many ways. And it's not all about selling one product. You also be able to sell your services as well, as we are doing right now. This is one of the, I think, profitable investment in this business. When you invest in yourself, in the first place, you will get the results in many ways. So I think that's a smart job. Everybody can look for it and they can research it, and then they can join to the program. So what motivated you the most to continue with affiliate marketing? We every day we have a good day, bad day, or we are frustrated. We talk to some people, get the negative thoughts. How motivate you?
So what keeps me going?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So like my little family here.
Oh my God. How old is he?
He'll be 4 in April. That picture is from, I think, last summer when to his first time, we took him to the beach. We went down to like Florida. But yeah, so a lot of that's like, I get married here in almost 2 months. And just being a dad and having a family it's changed a lot for me, right? Like there are days where they're tough, whether or not you're making sales, that's irrelevant, but just like mentally or emotionally just draining. And I feel like anybody has those days, whether you're a 6 or 7 figure earner. I don't think it matters. I think that's just natural as humans. We're going to have those days. But for me, like, when he comes back from daycare or we're like last night, him and we built a fort on the couch and we were hanging out playing and watching Shrek. But it's just little things like that keep me going. And I want to be able to have that free time to coach him in sports, be able to stay home with him, not have to worry about PTO. And, my parents have both worked the same jobs for 30 plus years. And they're in their 60s, but they still haven't retired because they're not financially in a place to really retire comfortably yet. And I've been in the corporate world now for 12 years doing similar jobs, and I just don't want to get stuck in that trap, in my eyes, of next thing you know, I'm going to wake up and I'll be 60 years old, still doing the same thing every day, away from my own home more than I'm actually inside of it, because I'm out working and doing stuff. And so that's what keeps me motivated, right? Like, I don't know. I joke my fiance pretty much buys my clothes now because I'm just a very kind of, I could wear jeans, a hat, and like a sweatshirt and t-shirt all day. If I was in warmer weather, I'd be probably barefoot and tank tops all day. I don't need like fancy stuff. And especially now with my son, like I usually buy him stuff before I would ever buy myself stuff. So I don't, that's just not like a priority to me. So really, like, my family and knowing I'm getting married here soon is what keeps me motivated.
Cool. We can call you a good father.
Thank you. That means a
Yeah.
lot. I
I
appreciate
think the first step for motivating affiliates, it doesn't matter who they are, develop a personal relationship with them, with the others people, and get to know them and understand them. And also, we need to have a effective affiliate communication strategy.
Yeah.
Basically, some of the people do that to just make more money. So some of the people just struggle all of the problems to help their families, and it's depend on their personality. So I know some of the people, they are very rich, but when I see it every single day, they just wearing a one shirt and
Yeah.
one pants.
Yep.
I asked them, why did you buy something new? And they said, I'm fine with that, but I see they help the poor people, which
Yep.
really, really inspire me. And I love those people. I'm trying to be one of them. I do
Yep.
my best.
Yeah. I'm just very, and again, a lot of this goes back to when I got sober and when I went through a lot of that stuff.
Yes.
And I didn't have a place to live. My car got repossessed. I basically had nothing, no job. And then throughout the last 7 years, I've realized that like all those things, external things, they're kind of irrelevant. Like those things are not going to keep you happy.
No.
Like that is something that comes from within yourself, which ultimately comes down to like, what are you doing with your life? Like, are you doing something you enjoy? Like, how are people going to remember you by? Like all that other stuff to me, it just doesn't matter. I mean, I drive a 19-year-old car that for me
You're
it's
happy. You're
well,
happy with it.
yeah, it starts, it runs fine. There's no holes in the floor, and I mean it's in good shape. I don't have a car payment; it's paid off. Some people would be, the opposite and probably want to go upgrade and get something new. It doesn't matter so much to me.
Right.
And so
The most moment that you spend your family and your son in that car and making a laugh and
yeah,
make a joke, that's important.
yeah,
Other than the brand new cars with
yeah,
nobody around you.
or me and my fiance, we both grew up where we would normally, if our parents were financially in a position to do it, where we would typically take a vacation every year, right? And we'd go and do something, Disney World or camping or the beach or something like that. And so as he's gotten a little bit older, we've kind of tried to do that too. And so the last we did it this year and we did it last year. We took trips. And we didn't fly, we did like the road trip, 12 hours in the car. And so like, we know going into each year, like that's our one big thing is like, hey, where could we go, this summer, this fall. And so that might be a little different this year because we were paying for the wedding and we got our honeymoon. So we'll see. But for me, it's more about like the experiences and the memories and stuff like that.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. I wish you the best for your wedding. And
Thank you.
how useful are the skills that you learned from affiliate marketing in everyday life?
It's all transferable, right? Like just building the relationships, like mindset, stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things that might scare the crap out of you, challenging yourself, putting yourself out there. And again, I think just being more of yourself.
Yes.
And it's so cool too. I did a post on my profile the other day about this. My fiance, she took me on a date night, I think last Saturday, which was kind of funny. We had one night without our son. My parents watched him, so she took me out and she gave me a thank you card that she wrote it saying her seeing me do this and go after this and putting together my VIP coaching group and like helping all those people inside there has like inspired and motivated her to do things that she's been wanting to do but kind of scared to do. And it was like really I don't like a humbling, kind of like emotional moment when she gave me the card, because it kind of came full circle, because the driving force behind what I do is her and our son.
Right.
And so that's what motivates me. But then here she is telling me, by watching me put all my work in and make all this stuff happen, it's motivated her. So it's, she motivated me, but then by me doing my stuff, it motivated her, I guess. So,
That's a cool reflection.
yeah.
Yeah.
So just going after like what you want, like do what
Yes.
makes you happy. And like if you fall down, that's fine. Like get back up. I've fallen down many of times. That's like you said earlier, that's where we learn. I mean, we might not
Yes.
see it like in the moment, but if you look back on it 30, 60, 90 days later, that's when you really like look at the situation and where you were and where you're at now. And that's when you really, in retrospect, like think, wow, like, like that taught me this. And it's just
Right.
really hard to see it in the moment when it happens. But if you look back on those moments after the fact, especially if you kept like pushing through, that
Yes.
is when you really pull something out from all those hardships and struggles, and it helps you find out like what you're really made of. Like, it gives you more confidence, right? And like belief,
Yes.
because you can think like, dang, I made it through that. And here I'm still standing, right? And I'm still fighting.
Yeah, the feeling is really good when you do exercise, when you work out. When you want to start it, it's like,
It
oh, can I
sucks.
go on? Can I do it tomorrow or Monday? But when you finish it, the feeling is so awesome.
Yep.
I love to do exercise every day. That's the feeling I have. And this is a challenge. When I started the lifestyle, it was really hard. Still, it's hard for me because I need to learn more. I need to improve it in a better way. But it wasn't my comfort zone. So
Oh
I
yeah.
had a difficulty. I need to engage with the people. I thought I can help people. How? At the same time, it's a win-win situation. Bring them here, introduce them to the other people. They can learn from them, and also I can gain something from them. So that's the thing that I was thinking, but it was really hard.
Oh yeah. I
Believe
get it.
me.
I get it. It's in like there's still moments where I get very
Yes,
nervous and uncomfortable, but like what you just said, like as soon as it's done, then it's like, oh, like your adrenaline's pumping, you're excited, you feel like you could, do anything, right?
yes, exactly. Yeah,
And that,
when you sell something, it's about $100, and you feel something. Oh my God, I did something. But when you sell $1,000, you said, "Oh, that was nothing," and then go step by step. And one day you just can sell something $10,000. The amount, it doesn't matter. Your ability, your skills, and your communication is getting better and
yeah,
better. So that's why you're getting more results.
yeah,
And in this journey, definitely you made a mistake, you did something wrong, and that's why you learn from your mistakes.
yeah,
And that's the point.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah,
And I feel like that's, and I actually was sharing this with people inside my VIP this morning. Um, but not to like, one, don't discredit yourself or like feel like you don't have anything to share and give, because there's people that are probably following you and your journey, right? And I think this just goes to like social media as a whole, right? Like people put
yes,
stuff out there to make it seem like life's so good and great and fabulous. Everybody has their issues and struggles, no matter what it is, even
yes,
if it's not business related. And sometimes I even share about that stuff when I'm making content, whether it's in my Facebook group, emails, whatever, because again, that helps other people too. And again, I learned that when I got sober. I was very open about getting sober. I've spoken at very large events, in front of hundreds of people sharing my story. And it's not even so like, it's nerve-wracking most of the time when I get up there, but it's always afterwards when somebody comes up to me and says like, thank you, I really appreciate you sharing that.
Right.
Because they can relate to it. They felt the same way, or they struggled with some of the same things. And so that's why I always encourage people, like, be yourself, just share real life stuff that's going on with you, even if you don't think it's business related.
Right.
I've done that. I shared in my stuff about me getting sober, and that's not really business related at all, but it helped a lot of people like hop into my Facebook group and follow
Right.
me and reach out and send me messages and stuff. And so whether or not they became a client or customer, that was irrelevant. It was just cool to get the feedback from people saying they appreciated me, sharing that with them. And so
Yeah. Awesome.
I encourage everyone to do that. Just, you never know what's going to help somebody else out.
Right. I totally agree, because sometimes when I read some posts and they tell the truth, and I got so much, feeling that this is the right person, this is the honest person, so I can talk to him, or I can get some advice from him. So even it's not, as you said, not related to the financial situation, when we click, in the meanwhile we can be a friends, or we can help each other in other ways.
Absolutely.
Wow, I that's a benefit of those posts. I need to do that as well. Thanks for the tips.
Yeah. Well, I love seeing those posts come on my feed or anywhere online. To me, it's very refreshing when I see people making content like that. And it can be whatever, a text post, it could be a video. I love seeing that stuff, because that's the stuff that I resonate and I relate with. And one, I know it's not easy for people to share and do that stuff, so I applaud them for that. But two, there's just not a lot of people out there that do that. And so it's just refreshing when you see people just being real and like raw and honest. So I love seeing that kind of stuff. Like if I see that all day long, I will usually engage, like, comment, give you a follow, because, that's just my cup of tea. That's what I like.
Awesome. And how much of your success do you think you owe to affiliate marketing?
I'd say a lot, right? It's just in like the financial thing's been great. But that's kind of like the byproduct of it, right? Like I'd say like more of just personal belief, and not even just online business, but in general.
Right.
Like going into something that kind of, I didn't know, is this going to work? Is it not? Like having a lot of fear and doubt, but then just seeing where I'm at and what's happened. It's kind of giving me that personal belief that if, there's something I want to do, like just try it, go for it.
I see what you mean. And finally, I have a question. Do you think that affiliate marketing can help others too?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Because some of them afraid of, if I invest, what if not going to work, or what if I failed, or what if they have a what if. Do you think it works for everybody?
So I look at it like, okay, what if you fail? But what if you put the work in and just share everything along the way? And what if it works, right? Like I would much rather look back years from now happy with the fact that I attempted and I tried, right? Rather than wondering what could have maybe happened if I would have tried, and not have that regret or anything like that. So, I've seen, you see all different walks of life, and people see success or change their lives, whether that's $500 a month or $2,000. For some people, when I started, I was totally okay with, if I just make $500 a month, I am cool with that. Like that pays my internet, my electric bill. That goes a long way. And so there's so many different people, ages, geographical locations. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you do, but if you stay the course and you stay consistent, you have the right guidance, and you put in the work, it could change your life probably more than you could imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I think that affiliate marketing is the easiest online business model to start earning passive income. But at the same time, it's hard. You cannot
It's
say you're gonna be a millionaire overnight. You
no.
have to work on it. It's low cost, high profit industry. And the other hand, it's also might happen to be a tough one, but it's learnable. It's
Yeah.
doable. So you
It's
just need to be put the work on it. That's it.
yeah.
Consistency and discipline and mentor, right program. That's it. Boom. You can start it. Definitely you can get the result no
Yeah.
matter what.
I agree.
So yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, Matt. That was all my
Thanks for having
questions
me.
for today. And I hope I will be able to interview in the next year to see your success again. And
Hopefully by then I'll have the two
yes,
week.
definitely.
Hopefully by then my 2 weeks notice will be put in at work. Um,
Sure.
I'm not thinking.
Definitely.
I'm not thinking about it too much now. I said I'll revisit that after our wedding and honeymoon, and we'll go from there. So
Perfect. I can see you in that position. I'm glad I got the opportunity to
you as
chat with
well.
you, Matt. And I hope you have a best life with your loved ones. And thank you all very much for listening. And if you want to take a next step, starting today, don't waste your time. And you can check my bio. And there's a link in 0 to 10K a month. We will access you, the free training. And also, thank you, Matt, for your time.
Thank
And
you.
see you guys for the next time. Learn it, earn it, share it, guys. Have a wonderful day.